All right, just gonna give this a few seconds. Let's go, let's go, let's go. How are we doing, everyone, today? I hope you guys are excited for today's Stud Buds episode, because this is gonna be fun. We got some very important stuff to talk about, with all the Bad Batch stuff happening. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But I think before we get into all this, guys, first I must say, welcome to Stud Buds, and let's play that intro video. All right, guys, we have a fun show lined up for you today. Been twists and turns this week, but we're still going to do it. We're still going to have a fun time. First of all, we're going to talk about some big leaks and rumors and Lego set releases that were dropped this past week. A lot of cool stuff happening there. So super excited about that. Also, we're going to bring back Tie Time to talk about the Bad Batch. So probably halfway through later on, we're going to talk about that. And that's really it. We're gonna have a little bit of a lower episode today, but I think we're gonna talk a lot about the Bad Batch, so that'll be very interesting to see. So let's bring some guests in, guys. Today we got the one, the only, Maticus Relicious. Oh wait, sorry, I mean Matt Melish.
Who's that? I don't know who that is, Brad. The one and the only is that's correct.
And today we're gonna bring in Ethan the. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, Ethan the artisan is in here. It's just gonna be the two of us today, guys. But we're still having a fun time. We're gonna talk about Bad Batch because we don't have the other two slowing us down. So I think.
Whoa! Shots fired, man.
I mean, are they really gonna help us out if we talk about Bad Batch?
Maybe since Zane can't be here, we should call up Lisa and get her in on this.
Yeah.
Maybe we just get Lisa on tonight and we interview her.
Let's do it. I think we should bring her on Mother's Day. I honestly think we should have Lisa. We do like a 30-minute episode on Mother's Day, and we talk about what it's like to have a son like
Zane.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
we can do. Is it worth it, Zane edition?
Honestly, that'd be amazing. Yes, everyone can read the chat, guys. How are you all doing today? We have a fun show. We're gonna talk a lot about the Bad Batch, as I said earlier. We got 5 people. Yes, exactly. The other 2 people won't be able to make it just yet, but
they might be here later. If you stick around, we're gonna find out together because we don't quite know that either.
Yeah. So to start off, what's new with you and Lego, Matt?
Oh, what is new with me and Lego? Well, this week I went home and I brought some more Lego up from home. I left all my gray pieces at home that I was using to build Oct 2, but I thought to myself, maybe I should take this back up to where I'm living now because I might want to work on some MOCs in the meantime when I don't have time to work on that. So I brought some more up. I brought some other Lego to sort as well. Just some random pieces. I've been doing a lot of sorting on TikTok recently. I've got through all of my red bricks, and I'm honestly thinking about going and looking up because I think there is a website online or some sort of software that you can download to make your own Lego database through your collection and record all of the bricks that you own. So I'm thinking at some point of maybe considering that just to record how much Lego that I actually own and to know if I'm going to make a mock, to know if I have the bricks in order to do it. And if I don't have it, then I can go get more of it. I also finished up buying all of the Lego Looney Tunes minifigures. I was missing one. I was missing Lola Bunny, but I got a hold of her finally. You know where I got her?
Where?
Joanne Fabrics.
See, it's always the random places. It's always the random places.
I know.
I still have to go pick up a couple Looney Tunes to trade with Maticus this week. Because I finally closed my PO box down, and they gave me some cash from returning the keys. Just because
it's about time you did that.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, I got a letter in my PO box finally, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go turn this in. But I have some cash. I'm gonna go use that to get the couple extra minifigures I need, and then send them to Maticus to get.
Got it. Nice.
Some cool. So, but yeah, that's awesome.
How was your week with Lego?
Well, the day after last week's Stud Buds, I got this.
Ooh. So what do you think of it? What are your thoughts? Give it to me straight, Brad.
All right. There's a lot of tan, which is nice because tan. But 2, this piece right here is printed on, which I like. Plus those 2 pieces. All those pieces you guys were like, oh, that's going to be stickers. No,
Printed.
those are like well printed pieces. The build itself was actually kind of cool because I don't usually build in that style. I don't usually build because usually I build like this.
Snot.
The pieces are going up and down. Where this was whole snot, so that was honestly pretty cool. It's got fun display. So as I told you earlier, like I don't think I did. I have a job application into this company right now,
Yeah.
and if I do get it, then I might get office/cubicle space. And honestly, I've been thinking about it.
Ooh.
If I do get that, this is one of the sets I'm going to take with me because I'm going to take a bunch of my gift with purchases to kind of display in one of my cubicle or
Yeah.
office I get. If I get the job, of course, or whatever job I get. So, but honestly, I love it. It's a little cool, fun set. It's a nice little display piece. I think it's a good. I'm realizing there's certain sets that are really good desk ornaments. So, like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, this carrot house that we got for another gift with purchase. Gift with purchase are very good about desk ornaments.
I like that you put Porky Pig there, by the way. That's cool.
Yes, I want to get I want to get the rabbit there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bugs Bunny there in the future. But
I forgot to tell you this. Maybe I told you a couple other weeks ago, or I don't know if I did or not. I won a giveaway on TikTok of the carrot house, actually, because
Really?
I never had gotten that. So yeah, I entered a giveaway. Shout out to Lego Make Me a Sandwich. Go check him out on TikTok. But yeah, he sent me it, and the box is
That
sitting
is
right here.
awesome.
I still have yet to open up the actual cardboard box because I want to do it for a video, of course.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I'm excited to build that. I was going to ask your
I'm gonna
opinion.
grab something quickly. Oh yes, no, sorry. Keep talking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I have
Okay,
wireless
sweet.
headphones.
Should I open it up and build it, or should I keep it as a collector's item sealed in the box?
Honestly, I really like the build, and it's a fun little display piece too. And I think if you have a bunch of Looney Tunes like
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny and stuff, those would go really well in there. So it'd
Yeah.
be kind of a fun way, different way to display them than people usually do.
Totally.
So
100%.
that's my opinion, but also at the same time, gift with purchases. I don't know how well they sell. I've been trying to figure that out because some of them do well, like the Star Wars ones, like those go well in the future.
Oh yeah,
but certain
$40,
ones-
$30 around that price. Sometimes even
Yeah.
50 from what I've seen. But I mean, those old Star Wars minifigures, they sold very well. But the new sets that are like the vignette pieces, like the one that you have,
Yeah.
I don't know how well they sell either. That's something that I need to look into for investment talk at some point for sure.
And I agree. And I think there are some ones that do well. It's like the hardcore collectors or someone, because like no one goes on Bricklink to find the rabbit house unless they
Yeah,
actually missed out on that.
yeah.
But speaking of good reselling stuff, this was the other thing I picked up this week. I got Quincy a girlfriend.
You
I
should
make
give
that
it a
joke a
tail.
lot. I should. I honestly should. But honestly, this set was pretty cool to build. I hate the Technic in it. Yes, I saw. I did see that. I popped
Build
on
it.
screen.
Okay. Isabel, thank you.
Put the carrot with the rabbit from Winnie the Pooh set. Oh, that's actually a fun idea.
Oh.
I love the set. I love the cockpit especially. I love how you can fit all three of the figures in there like
That's
you can do with the
nice.
movies. That honestly was kind of my favorite part about this set.
Mhm.
Then on top of that, I love how the sides can come up and I can stick, because I'm a big fan of troop holders, as I've told you guys in the past. So I'm excited that I can put like my extra AT-AT pilots in there or, whatever other stuff.
Well,
Honestly,
it makes
the
for a
set-
nice play set. If you especially
Yes.
if you were younger. I mean, you like to fiddle as well. So do I.
Yes.
But if you were younger and you had that AT-AT, that'd be so cool to like put in your room and battle with it.
Exactly. And I actually have a little Hoth display going on right now with all my
Nice.
Hoth sets.
Nice.
So because I had to put this on put on my top shelf because there's only a spot that fits. I'm also worried it might fall over. Honestly, that is my biggest fear with this set. I'm like, how strong are these legs? But
that worries
Yeah.
me a lot.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
when you come and visit and you see what this actually looks like in real life, you're gonna be like, this is a little scary, Matt. This is a little sketch right here. I don't know what
Well,
you're thinking, dude.
I'm leaning up like right next to the wall. So if it's like, it should kind of fall towards that. But at the same time, I'm like, if this is on the top shelf, it falls over. That's like,
that's what Lego's for, right? Is to rebuild.
I mean, there's so much Technic in this. Hopefully, it won't break off as much. But I also like how there's a speeder that can come out of its back
Nice.
end. Like, I like stuff like that. I like, I think I've
the
told you
speeder,
this.
the speeder comes out of the butt.
Yes. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
No, yeah, this opens up.
Okay, that's the top. Oh no, that's the butt.
Yep. So
That's very
I
comedic.
I love it when sets can hold other. I guess you could say hold other sets inside of them. And so this
Yeah.
set was. I love. That's one of the parts I'm gonna put this back.
Well, I liked how the gunships do that too.
Yes, and I love it when sets can do that.
Or the ATRT with the clone turbo tank. Yeah.
Yes. Um, and I think that's something I like it when Lego does it because I have like a few Space / Atlantis sets that can do that, and I've always loved that about those sets.
Yeah.
But okay, that's sturdy.
You
Okay.
good? Are you
Don't fall.
okay,
I'm
Brad?
just trying to make sure it's not gonna fall on me.
Brad's gone invisible for those of you.
No Zane and Ethan. They hopefully will be on later. We don't know. We
If
honestly
not, we will be just as surprised as you are. But we're gonna still have fun, guys. This is still the Stud Buds. We're still gonna talk about a lot tonight that you
True.
probably want us to talk about, including Bad Batch. So stick around till we get to that point. Well, no, I was gonna ask you. I wonder how that feels compared to other AT-ATs.
And that's something I don't know actually. I mean, honestly, it's
because the one I have, I really like the mechanical qualities to it, where you can turn the switch and it is motorized. I love that. But at the same point, well, the legs don't like actually move. I wish they did, but it kind of like adjusts itself, which is really cool, I thought. And it's the only AT-AT that does that. But every other AT-AT that I've seen, it looks better than the one I have, and I think it's because there are so many different mechanical qualities to it.
Yeah. And I mean this one I definitely know they had a good structure, and the big point of this one was what can we fit in the inside of the set?
Yeah.
You can put 5, maybe even more. If you actually take out the chairs, you probably could put even more in. But a good amount, I want to say almost 10. If you did it right, you probably could get 10 snow troopers or even stormtroopers. If you did, and are some parts where it's like, okay, you should technically pull this out. Like this just doesn't really need to be in here.
Yeah.
So you could
honestly mod it, of course, like the 2008 gunship that a lot of people did.
Yeah, but it's very easy to mod that, which would be the thing.
Yeah.
So you could honestly fit probably 10 good troopers in there, which is like awesome. Plus you can throw a speeder in there. If you take that out, you can also, there's 3 people that can fit in the front. That's not usually what happens. Usually it's only 2 figs. So honestly, they did a really good job of fitting stuff in. The mechanical stuff may not be there as much. I know there's like a little thing to turn the thing that pulls up Luke so he can throw the bomb in, which honestly to me, they could have not thrown that in there and I've been perfectly fine.
Oh, come on, Brett. That has to be in there. That's the feature from the movie. It's so iconic.
Why I hated that though?
Why?
Because I had to tie the little knots in my hands.
I'm not good at that either.
I cannot do that. I hate that part of the set so much.
The Death Star's elevator, you have to do that for 2 different elevators inside the Death Star. I sucked at it. Like, it was awful. I was like, hey, Mom. And I was younger, too. Mom, can you do this for me, please? I don't know how to tie a knot. She's like, what? How do you not know how to tie a knot?
I hate sets where you have to do that for. And it's like, there's some of them, it's not too bad. Like, it's pretty, like, it's a little bit thicker of a rope that they use. So it's, like, easier to do. But there's some ones that's just, like, stupid. Like, on stream, you can see. Aiden can attest to this. I was there. I was like getting pissed off at this stupid little string.
G-rated content.
It's on my channel. I don't care. No.
This is still Stud Buds.
True.
No, I was gonna say here. So this is what this AT-AT comes with. It has. You don't have to tie anything.
Oh, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that? I was
going to ask you that. Why the heck didn't they do that? Also, what do you think of the figs?
Great. The snow troopers have had similar ones. They're not anything special. The pilot, we kind of got him with the snow speeder from back in the day. What's his name? The AT-AT pilots. I mean, they're cool. I wish
General Veers wasn't this
General Veers. That's what I want to talk about.
First sets that he came in.
Amazing look. I think they've come past sets.
Are you okay?
I'm burping. Sorry. It's like a little bit, yeah.
What are you drinking? What?
Orange Crush.
Okay. At least it isn't anything else. If Zane was here, he would be using a brick separator to open up who knows what.
Just give me a month. I'll be doing that too.
Oh god. Oh god.
General view. So he has the visor on the helmet, like molded in. It
Nice.
looks
Is
really
it dual
good.
molded or is it printed on?
I think it's a dual molded actually.
Wow.
But yeah, that looks really cool. Honestly, the only reason I wish it didn't come with two AT-AT pilots was because I own two of the Hoth battle packs from back in the day and have two AT-AT extra AT pilots. And I'm just like, I want to stick them in the head, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But honestly, the figs. So like I've talked about this with sets. I want a good set that comes with good figs and a good build.
Balance.
And honestly, it's a very good balance. Very good. The figs aren't anything special, but they're decent figs. Like they're big, good army builder figs too, because you get a rebel pilot, you get two snow troopers, you get two AT-AT, and you get an officer.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So it's good army builder, and then top of it, the figs just look clean. They're nice looking. They don't have any of the like pauldrons or whatever it's called, the skirts, but honestly, they don't need them.
No.
They're good figs. So
yeah, the reason I ask you is because I heard a rumor. I think I saw it on an M&R video. Not that it matters, but the AT-AT is apparently supposed to have the $800 AT-AT that comes out later this year. It's supposed to have the same figures, not the exact same, maybe, but the same figures, the same like 5 figures or whatever it is as this set. I don't know. It was just a rumor, but I heard it.
Honestly, if that's true, though, that's kind of stupid because we just got an AT-AT with those figures.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I also thought...
Okay, can I just say, though, can we get one AT-AT set like the X-Wing without a stinking Luke pilot figure? Just give us some Rebels.
I want an AT-AT... Here's what I want for the $800 build. I want it to be a display piece, much like the Bespin Duel, where you get a platform as a base, but I want it to be with the foot on the snowspeeder.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be awesome. Honestly, like even if it wasn't a super detailed snowspeeder, like you use like the 4+ snowspeeder.
Yeah. But you know, we get the snow, you get the snow and like cheese slopes and tiles and stuff like that.
All you need is the snow and then like a cockpit. Yeah. That's like kind of in the snow, and that's it. And that's just the foots. That would be honestly.
Yeah. I would love that. But you know, I don't think Lego's going to necessarily do that since it is going to be like a Ultimate Collector's AT-AT. They've already done a snowspeeder in the past. I wonder if it'll be to scale as the snowspeeder. Probably not. The snowspeeder is pretty giant.
Oh no, they're not going to do it that because the snowspeeder AUCS one is very giant.
Yeah, but it's going to be $800.
But I think honestly, I think 400 of that, like 100 of that, is going into each of the legs.
Yeah. Could you? Oh, okay. Here's my thought about it. We are talking about AT-ATs after.
Yeah. No.
When you built yours, you know, 4 legs. That gets really repetitive after a while.
I hated the legs. Honestly, so how I don't want to touch recommend doing. I just did them all at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
But I hated the legs. Honestly, like I love doing the head. The head was kind of cool. There were some cool like techniques using it. But honestly, I was not a fan of those legs. I don't like.
But could you imagine an $800 set?
I know,
with a giant foot like this, a giant leg like this that you have to build 4 of? No, I mean, it'll look cool when it's done, but building that's like worse than the Coliseum.
Exactly, and that's my thought. And I think to me, there's a difference between I would love this set and oh my gosh, that's gonna take me forever to build.
Yeah,
like.
And I'm sure that a lot of it is going to be Technic, much like every other AT-AT that's been made in the past.
Oh, it's gonna be worse. The Technic.
I'm sure.
Like, I didn't like the Technic on the new X-Wing. Like, that was just this pile mash of Technic.
Oh, really?
On it, like, because it's so confusing. But right here, this is all from here to here is Technic, but it's just this giant.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a nightmare for me. I hate Technic.
Honestly, I'm starting to, and that's one of the reasons, and I know I talk about this a lot, I love sets like Blacksmith. I love the 3-in-1 castle sets.
You would like the Razor Crest. There's very minimal Technic in it. It's just the shell, and then you build around that.
But the shell is not like the complicated Technic. It's just like, let's put these pieces on to make sure that stuff stays up.
Yeah. Put some brackets in and whatnot. Put some pins in.
And I don't mind that.
It's not like super, like there's a lot of bricks in the Razor Crest. I was just thinking about that today. Like, because I was doing a lighting kit review for it,
Mhm.
and that will be soon out on my YouTube channel. But like when I look at sets like I think the AT-AT is the most Technic built set that I have in my entire collection because it is motorized. But I couldn't even imagine an $800 version of an AT-AT where it's literally all Technic and plates.
So I'm gonna put this out to our fans. What's the one set that you've done Technic on that was just so annoying? Like the worst Technic the most frustrating Technic you've had to do? Because we didn't get question of the week this week, but I want to put that all to people
That is a
watching.
really good question. Yeah.
Because I honestly want to know that. Like, what is the most frustrating Technic that you have had to deal with?
Imperial Star Destroyers are pretty Technic based as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the Technic isn't awful, but
Hey, Liza, G-rated content, Liza. What the heck?
That Technic isn't that bad, honestly. It's just kind of like it's a block. It's a block of Technic. Like it's just basically. I was so confused while streaming that. I was like, "What am I doing here?"
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it's not awful though. It is Besides that, it's a very good final product. But also the Slave one had some. I think it was Technic, but it was like a mixture of Technic and building blocks that just didn't. It took a bit for me to get it working right.
Yeah.
So
every time I build Technic, especially on a stream, like I did my ATST Raider, I was like, there was just a little bit of Technic in it too. It's not even that much. It's like, wait, I messed this up. I need to go back like 3 steps to figure out what I did wrong. And you know when you do Technic wrong because the feature won't work.
That's true, and that's when the parts were just like, why?
What I was going to ask you too is, do you think that the price was worth it for the AT-AT?
I was contemplating that a lot because I paid about $170 because I wanted to make sure I had all the money for it. Like before
I've been getting that question a lot on live streams. That's why I'm asking.
So you get 6 figs, good
it's
figs,
not bad,
and it's not bad figs. It's not like it's figs you want. Like any army builder, in my opinion, who loves Imperial should get this set. The build head you can fit a bunch of people in here. It comes with a lot of pieces. I do know it's less pieces than non-sets that like the blacksmith. The blacksmith had actually more pieces, a lot more smaller, but this one does come with a bunch of bigger pieces and a lot more Technic pieces, which is why I think it's a little more expensive and price to piece isn't as good. Also,
and this is Star Wars license, of course.
Exactly.
More to it.
And licensed sets are the worst about price to pieces. So honestly, in my opinion, it's a good set to get. But I do know that there are some sets that were kind of, Star Wars-y, where it's like you aren't getting great minifigures, you aren't getting a great build.
Yeah.
You shouldn't pay that much for the set. But
totally, 100%. I just look at $160 as being a pretty big price to pay.
But it's a pretty big set too.
Yeah, especially if you don't have an AT-AT, and that's what I tell people all the time. It's like, if you want an AT-AT, it's an iconic Star Wars vehicle. Like, you got to get one at some point.
And in my opinion, too, on top of that, this is one of the best AT-ATs. I mean, not just because I own it. If you were a fan of putting figures and stuff inside of something, this is the best AT-AT. You can put 3 figures into the head. As I said, you can. Well,
you aren't the only one to say that either. Yes. There's a lot of people who would agree with you.
So, in my opinion, that's pretty good. But I want to move this on to talking about a set that I don't know if it's worth it for how much we're paying for it.
Is it worth it? Where's Zane?
Yes, we're Zane in his bags. But guys,
I'll be honest with you, that is my favorite video that he's made.
Oh my god, I was on the stream when he was doing it. That was the best thing ever. Oh my god, he was just standing there and he's like, "Is it worth it?" And then you just like go grab something and be like, "It's not worth it." I was like, "Is it worth it beyond Subbuds?" He's like, "It's totally worth it to be." Yeah, it's the way he says it with the shuffling of the bags,
the noises. Yeah.
Honestly, I loved it. And then on top of that, it was best because I sent him some presents, and then he was like, "Brad, you're making me break character. I hate you right now." And then you go back to like this like awkward like, "Is it worth it?" person. Oh, it's so great.
Funny. Anyway, I'm sorry to cut you off, but yeah.
No, that was the best thing, guys. It's leak time.
You don't have to let it go as long as it does.
I want it to go as long as it goes.
You want to cause me physical pain, don't you?
I love it. I love it. It's my stream. I can do what I want. So guys, we got, because of the show that dropped this week. Oh, that's not a great image.
Yeah, it's a little blurry. You get the point.
We got the Bad Batch shuttle is one of the sets that we got to officially look at from Lego. So I got some images here for you guys who haven't seen it. So we got this image. We got this image. We got this image. And I guess we have this image too.
Very nice.
Those
are very.
So I'm gonna start.
Those are crystal clear. Very nice.
Yes, I pulled these right off the Lego website by screenshots.
Beautiful.
So
where do you want to start with this?
I want you to start talking about this and exactly what, because I have talked about this a lot, and I'm going to give my opinion.
We both talked about this a lot. Yeah. From the conception to now.
Can I just say, though, I want to talk about one thing with you, because I think, to me, this pinpoints, this is something that I wanted to use to attack why I don't like this set. We got two different opinions here. I don't personally like it. I know you do.
I love it.
But the cockpit, in my opinion, if that is a sticker, then that breaks your golden rule where you say, because you got on this set right here.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with you, Brad.
You got on this set right here because there was a lot of times where stickers were used to get out the fully fleshed look.
Are there any yellow pieces in that set?
Oh, there's tons.
It just seems, when I looked at a photo of it, it looked like all the yellow was stickers.
No, there's a couple stickers on the sides, but there's actually like a good amount of yellow pieces.
Okay, look, when it comes to that cockpit, if that is a sticker, I will be heartily disappointed. I think that the set is probably a 9 out of 10 for me now. I would bring that down to like a 7 or even a 6.5 if that cockpit is a sticker. Now, I looked very, very, very closely, and I was messaging about this. I don't think that it is a sticker, because if you look at some of the imagery that Lego has put out, there is like the shine to it, and you can even see in this photo there's that light shine to it. I think even the photo where they have the kid or the person building the set, you know how they always have those like stock photo looking images with the Lego sets. I think it's in that photo where if you zoom in really closely to it, you can tell that is not a sticker when comparing it to the way that the other stickers on the speeder bikes look. And you can even see the engine piece, and you can tell that is a sticker. But when I look at that cockpit, I do not see the line for where the sticker would be marked. Unless they did a really good job of photoshopping it or something like that, but they didn't put any sort of care into the other pieces that are stickered. So I am of the belief right now, I would say that I am 90% sure, which is a pretty high number, that is not a sticker.
And I do know that if that was a sticker, that would be a 3-piece sticker. Just looking at it, you would have 1 piece for the middle, 2 pieces for the side. But okay, for the record, the shuttle isn't my problem anymore about this set.
Good.
The shuttle doesn't look too bad. We got some really great images of it. If that's a sticker, that's a big deal to me, because to me that's like, you always argue that with me about sets, about stickers. And
I will agree that, it is a little cramped. In the back, the minifigures have their toes touching when they're sitting down. But
I will say, get 4 figures in there.
You can fit all 4. Now, if they come out with an Omega and she doesn't fit in there, that's going to be a little disappointing. But I'm sure that you can mod it or whatever. And you know what? Go for it. If that's what you're going to do because you want to play with your vehicles, go for it. It's just not for me. I like the set as it is. I think that Lego did a great job.
I do wish it was a bit bigger in the inside, because I wish you could fit, 5 figures, like 6 figures in there, max.
Put a bang in there or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like I do wish that was the case. I didn't get I should grab the image where you can see the inside of it. The inside doesn't look too bad. You can fit 2 figures in that cockpit, 2 figures in the back. That's not bad.
It's $100 set, though. If they would have made it a little bit bigger, it probably would have been up to $150, and then I would have been complaining about the price. I think that is the perfect set for what they could do right now, especially to test the market to see, do people want a Bad Batch shuttle? Do people want Bad Batch figures? And I think they do. I do, especially after seeing the show.
So I'm going to throw this up there. We are going to probably go into a little bit of Bad Batch spoilers. We're going to talk a bit more heavily later on. but because we're talking about the set, we kind of know
These are very
across the-
surface level spoilers if we discuss
Yes,
it. It'll be
but
something like you would have saw in the trailer probably, if anything.
The figures. Okay, the one things I did hear is the speeders. Why they threw those in? There was a whole thing about that. I don't like that we just got another 501st set like speeder. The other speeder is different. So I don't.
Yeah,
mind
but they've
that
done that in the past. Think back in the day when they made this guy. Where is it? Oh, this guy. Remember this guy?
Yes.
And they put this with the cannon with the Luminara
Yes,
and
that's
Rex.
true.
It was the exact same speeder, but they made it with a different color. It's the same thing here. So that doesn't really make me upset. I think they're being consistent, and honestly, I kind of would rather them be consistent than not.
True. The one thing I do gotta say here is, oh my gosh, okay. I agree with you. After watching the Bad Batch, I know you said this to me a while ago. I do kind of want some of those figures.
Yep.
But oh my gosh, never use that Kylo Ren hair with Hunter. It looks so bad. It looks so bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh
guys,
my goodness gracious.
Should we let him in?
Yes.
Guys, it's Ethan the Artisan. We're talking Bad Batch. Have you seen the episode?
It's awesome.
Okay, so we aren't talking the show yet. We're just talking the set. So Ethan, guys, it's Ethan the Artisan. No one really cares about him.
The party can finally start now.
Oh my goodness.
Zane's probably not going to be coming either, so don't worry.
Oh. This must have been a really fun episode.
No, we had a really good talk. We talked about the AT-AT and some other cool stuff. Talked about Technic and sets. But all right, Ethan, let's catch you up here. What do you think of the Bad Batch set images that we have gotten?
There's a Ninjago hairpiece that would have worked perfectly with like that main one that has like
Hunter.
For Hunter, that little red thing around him. That would have been perfect for his hairpiece. I don't know why they chose the Kylo Ren.
Honestly,
that's a fair complaint. Yeah.
I want to throw up when I see that. It looks so awful.
I don't think it's that bad.
No,
it
looks bad. It looks bad. It looks awful.
I think what hurts me more is the fact that Crosshair doesn't get his rangefinder.
I agree.
Because at least you can switch that out for another piece, like Ethan's recommending.
It's true. I am sad that we are only getting Imperial Crosshair.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that episode yet with his armor. That we haven't seen that armor in action yet.
Sort of. We saw it in the first episode, just
a little bit. Well, and the thing is, I think they might do a microfighter or something like that and make a figure.
True.
They're not dumb. It's Lego. They want to make it exclusive.
True. I do have to say though. Okay, so I love the Wrecker. I think the Wrecker was pointing towards we might be getting a Pre-Vizsla with the same style. Not Pre. What's his name?
Paz-Vizsla.
Paz-Vizsla. I know that started with a P. The Hunter and his armor that grew on me. The Echo. I wish they'd done a little better thing with his arm, but that's something I might customize myself.
I like that his arm is printed. I'm just happy with that.
Is it? It looks like one black arm on the right side. Just looking at it there.
You can't tell in this photo, but it is. Oh yeah, you can barely tell. But yes, it is definitely printed because I was looking at that and admiring it. And well, I don't want to spoil it for people, but it'll make sense if you look at the Hot Toys figure. It looks like it should.
Okay. The one person, okay, the Gonk droid, it's only,
it's an extra thing.
Yeah.
And it was seen in the last episode.
Yes. So, but it's not even really seen, quote unquote. It's just like there, like
it's a weight for Wrecker to lift up.
And it's just for
get buff with the Gonk.
People like Gonk, so yeah. The only I think
Are you gonna rip on my favorite figure?
Sometimes figures just need to grow on me, for the record. But oh my gosh, Tech's helmet!
It's beautiful. Shut up!
Looks too big. It looks too big.
How are you gonna make it not too big?
I don't know. There is something about that helmet. If the visor can come down, I will say that will make the helmet better.
No, there's no way the visor's coming down. It's a mold. Brad, you can't make Lego figures like action figures. You can't do it.
but I want it to be like an action.
I
figure.
love it. I think it's
Okay.
I think it's overly detailed as is. I think it's a bit action figure like as is. I honestly, I was gonna say this. This might sound a little crazy. I think Tech is my favorite figure out of the bunch because of that helmet. That's just me. That's just me.
I don't know.
I like Wrecker with his arm.
Wrecker,
He's just little-
Iron Man helmet.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I don't hate that they did that. It doesn't look too
No,
bad.
it looks great. The printing on
and-
these guys is wonderful.
And I do have to say, from seeing the original photos to now, they're growing on me. And sometimes that's what it takes. It takes for that look. I think once I hold this figure in my hand, if I do buy the set, because my goal, like, there's a part of me that's like, okay, maybe I will dish out that $100.
Did you hear that, Ethan? Once I do buy that set.
I said maybe. I don't know. So the set has grown on me. I do like aspects, and after watching the show, I do, it'd be kind of cool on the figs. Like, but
can we go back to roll the clip where Brad said, "I'm never buying that set"?
but the set did have to grow on me, and I do have to agree. I had to watch the show. I had to start falling in love with these characters. But I do have some complaints about the show, but we'll get back to that later.
Well, and that's why we don't share Lego leaked photos, because then people start getting preconceptions in their mind that might be false.
But I am saying I am going into the set with the worst expectations so that my expectations aren't because in my opinion, the 501st set was an overhyped set. This is the next overhyped set that people are doing with Lego. In my mind, people are overhyping this set like crazy.
Well, this set shouldn't be overhyped in my opinion, but it is. Why? Because they have amazing figures, and it's a Clone Wars type vehicle. And not only that, but it does have playability like old sets used to have from back in our day when we started collecting Lego in the Clone Wars era, where you could open things up and put figures in and do all this other stuff with it. And it's nice to be able to have that quality to Lego, where they've departed from that in recent years, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like every episode we get of the Bad Batch makes me more excited for the set. I haven't been excited for a set in a while. Who cares about the ship? I just want the minifigures.
True. And for the record, though, can I just say we got 70 minutes of just watching these guys in the first episode. Of course, all of us want it. Like, you can't watch a Star Wars movie and at the end of Rogue One not be like, I want a K2SO minifigure now. Like, that's not how watching Star Wars and being a Lego fan works. Like, if you watch a certain amount of time, in my opinion, of a character on screen, you're like, I want that. Except for Boba Fett. You don't care how long he's on. You just want his fig.
Well, and if Marvel knew how to actually make sets from their films, I would feel the same way about that, but they don't do a good job at it. But Star Wars does, because they try to at least make it, be a replicate of what they're putting on the screen. Let it be known that this is the crazy 3-in-1 castle guy talking.
Screw you. All right. So there was some other cool rumors and kind of leaks that we got dropped this week. Speaking of 3-in-1 Castle, I'm just gonna bring this up. I'm probably not gonna talk about it too much because I want to wait until we get
the image.
No, we can't because it's not by Lego.
Can't? Oh, it is.
It's not,
okay.
It wasn't.
Show the Bad Batch image. Okay, that was
the
me.
Bad Batch was actually dropped on the Lego website for
yeah.
pre-order. The 3-in-1 Castle, we got finally good images. You can close it up all the way, which looks really cool. Honestly, it just looks like a clean set, and I'm not going to talk about more until I get the actual sets I can show on screen.
I think it looks great, Brad. I honestly, if I was a Castle fan, it would be something that I would get. I just think it looks a bit too creator for my taste. I like the way the blacksmith is with the detail and whatnot, but this is a bit too creator.
You got to remember, though, this is a creator set, and this set is getting a lot of hate because people want old medieval back. They want more of the blacksmith, but you gotta remember that's idea set. Idea set are detailed. Creator sets like 3-in-1 pirate ship, it's not super detailed, but it's.
But if this sells,
exactly, and I think it will.
I'm even thinking about getting it.
Like, it looks good. Yeah, Ethan will take all the pieces out of it and then
I think it looks perfect with a few parts missing from it. On my shelves.
Well, I like that it comes with a dragon and a hawk and like all this other stuff.
This will be $100 coming out on June 1st, for those people wondering. But yeah, I do agree. I think the dragon. I could do without the dragon, but it's cool that we're getting like a little bit of fantasy mixed in. And as the person building the medieval town, I'm excited to throw that in there.
There are so many creator sets coming though, between that and the fish tank. And
okay, can I just say, besides the fish tank, all the creator sets were knocked out of the park. We got an amazing looking space creator set. We got an amazing looking...
I would pick the fish tank over the space one.
No. Oh my gosh. The Ferris wheel looks really good. But the fish tank, it has no glass on it. It doesn't look like a fish tank.
It's not supposed to. It's Lego. You don't need glass.
But
there's no water in there.
It doesn't... I had this argument with other people because we agreed that it just did not look like a good set.
What's up, Zoom? Hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah, how you doing for Zoom?
Ethan, what do you think of the fish tank?
I saw a mock at Brick Fiesta that looked fantastic. And I think this is a great smaller scale for those people that don't want to worry about feeding a fish. This fish tank is for you.
Matt's in trouble.
I did not trash space. I never trash space. There's a reason we ranked it in the S tier, okay, man?
So kind of movie, but yeah, we did get to a bunch of other critters. So I might pick up that Ferris wheel if it's cheap enough. Because honestly, it'd be kind of cool to have a Ferris wheel sitting on your shelf.
Yeah. I like the motorized one, but that's
like
the
big
thousands of dollars now.
Yeah, exactly. So the other ones, we got the Mortar Trooper. First look at Mortar Trooper and Greek Target, and we know, yes, it might be a leak. I know, like a decal that someone kind of is passing off as leak.
I think it might be fake. I could go both ways with it.
But honestly, if that's how both those figures look, give me 4 of the Mortar Troopers and at least give me one of those Greek Targets. Like I'm getting that set no matter what, and the fact that we're getting a Mortar Trooper with the yellow design, I'm excited to throw that in my Imperial army.
And of course, we'd love to show you the photo, but we could not because it is a leak. So if it is real, we'll obviously be talking about it in the future. But I think it's fake. If you've seen it on Instagram, I think it's fake.
At first, I thought, I don't know. I thought they were custom.
If it's good enough to make us think it's fake or a custom, that's when you know it's a good fake.
Exactly. On top of that, we got a rumor that we might be getting a Batmobile tumbler.
Very heavy rumor. That is very heavy rumor.
And I'm excited because Fazoom was actually talking recently how much he wants to buy a tumbler, and then this rumor got dropped.
Tumbler goes for?
Yeah, it's
mega bucks.
Yeah, but the new one coming out is gonna be about 200 to 250, which honestly isn't bad for a UCS fan.
There's an old tumbler set being sold for $1,000 on Amazon right now.
It's insane. And then on top of that, we are getting a miniature tumbler for a gift with purchase. So I don't know if you're gonna have to buy the big tumbler or if that's just gonna be that month's gift with purchase. But honestly, I will, if that is one that I don't have to buy the actual tumbler to get, I am going to get that miniature tumbler gift.
Oh, it's just going to be this big, Brad. It's going to be like the Imperial shuttle that you got.
400 pieces.
What, the miniature one?
It's not bad.
That's a set. That's not a miniature.
We're also supposedly
getting a scale tumbler.
Imperial Star Destroyer gift with purchase.
I have heard that was not as good of a rumor.
Okay.
Where are these rumors coming from? A friend of a friend of a friend?
Instagram, honestly, YouTube. We all listen to different people, so we all get a different fact here.
True.
It's not fact. It's just like he said, she said.
True. But it's fun to talk about them. Another one, we got a few Minecraft set leaks, which look really great.
Those actually look pretty cool, I will say.
Yeah. The horse stable looks clean, and then we got a set with phantoms in there, and the color in that set looks amazing.
That's what I was going to comment on. Yeah, the way they designed it. I like the horses. I like the horse and the armor on them too.
Yeah, honestly, they look great. And then,
Ethan, would you ever buy a Minecraft set? I'm just wondering.
I got one back in 20.
You did?
50?
Oh, the cave.
The cave. I love that set. But I got Steve and I got a zombie. What more do I need?
There we go. There we go.
True. I am excited though because we got a leak or a rumor that this set, no matter this is one I haven't said this in a while. I'm buying this offline midnight. Like midnight.
You're not buying the 3-in-1 castle midnight?
To me, that's one I can easily pick up and store. But this one to me is as big as the Razor Crest. The Mandalorian Forge rumor.
Okay, so this should be a Target exclusive.
Damn it.
Like they did the Bespin Duel. It'll be the exact same thing.
So I'm gonna have to.
If you have a Target red card, or you have to order it online or on the Lego.com, I believe. Yeah, the way they did it was if you have a Target red card, you could get it on Target.com. But regular people like us who don't have, I don't know. Do you have a Target red card? I don't.
I think I might actually.
I've signed up for one, I guess. I don't know. Just don't use it at all.
I think
you can buy it on Lego.com, but
Okay.
it sells out instantly, and you have to get it at midnight. If you don't, you're gonna miss
I didn't
it.
get the Bespin Duel at midnight. I was there at
Really?
the lucky time. I don't know why.
Well, I think with the
so-
Bespin Duel, they restocked at a certain point. Too.
I happened to check at the right moment, and I was like, "Mom."
Well, so this is the thing. This is why I said this is why I'm picking up at midnight, because so if the Mandalorian purchase, you guys know how big of I love the Mandalorian show. I love Mandalorians.
Yeah.
The fact that the 3 Mandalorians we're probably getting, I'm guessing 3 figures or 2.
The
We've heard 3.
Armor, Din, and Paz.
Yes, and that's 3 Mandalorians I can get behind. I don't care if I already have like what is it, 3 Mandalorian figures. I'm about to have like 5 more. You know,
Yeah.
I will get Paz and the armor. No, like I want the armor figure. And then the forge. Honestly, that'll be an amazing display piece, and I'm excited about that.
Well, also one thing that I might be miffed about is if they use the same the helmet mold for the armor that they use for Gar Saxon and the Gauntlet fighter, I'm going to be very upset. I think
don't think they will.
be 2 completely different molds.
I'm hoping they do go that way, but we might just get cheaped out and might be printing on the
And
helmet.
that's what my fear is. I'm scared. Lisa,
but-
it's great to have you. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you for dropping by. Thank you to everyone who's been dropping by and saying hi. You guys are all awesome and make this show.
The hens are hatching. The hens are hatching, Lisa says. That's exciting.
Can I pre-order some chicken nuggets here, or is that later?
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
Sorry.
Watch your mouth. Don't get Lisa up in here. She will come on and roast you. She'll roast you, Brad. She won't be roasting any chicken.
Sure.
It's fun. We have quail, and it's fun seeing little tiny chicks from. It's just.
My neighbors used to have pheasants. They used to do it with pheasants.
But they're like super tiny. Like they're like the eggs are that big.
Oh.
They're like super tiny.
Anyways.
But yeah, that's kind of all I've gotten for rumors. I think there were some other rumors and leaks that may have dropped. I honestly couldn't remember what actually was dropped.
That's the big stuff. We got some. I don't know. Did we ever talk about the Marvel figure leaks? We got a Wanda and a Vision that I was excited to see.
Yes.
Those
we didn't talk
good.
about those.
Those
They
look good.
do.
I don't know the capes though. They're not cloth. They're hard. They're hard.
These are.
Oh no! Wait,
leaks.
no, those weren't leaks.
These are
Those were
leaks.
custom figures. No, you were talking about the custom figures.
Those are custom figures. I thought those were leaks.
No, it said it on the image.
Oh, darn it! I thought those were gonna be real. That's just me looking at our Instagram group chat for you. That's a little behind the scenes. Matt just has 2 seconds to look and scroll and say, "Oh, this is awesome," and then click, he's gone.
Aiden, you need to stop. We need to stop sending stuff that's not Lego leaks.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get confused.
Or use the red circle emoji.
Yeah,
whatever you say.
Yeah, throw that around it, just like a bunch of those. Be like, this is not a leak. But actually, we did get a Wanda leak though. There was, and Thor, I think were the 2.
The Thor from Endgame. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm excited for Marvel sets coming out in the future because I think they are going to reflect MCU stuff.
Since we haven't had any new movies coming out, they're not going to be like cheap knockoffs of the movie or whatever stupid thing was happening. I think it's actually going to be those.
See, he feels the same way. Aiden, wait, those weren't leaks?
Also, Ethan, I think did you grab any of the new memes that people used?
I've been super busy this week.
That's fine. I was just gonna say if you wanted to grab those while we were talking.
Yeah, take your time.
But besides that, I don't think we have anything really new on leaks wise. Like,
but those are some big stuff though.
It was the Bad Batch show was a huge one. It was a kind of big controversial thing in the Lego community, just because like for the Star Wars people, it was really back and forth. But honestly, I'm feeling better about the set than we were beforehand. I think the images before, the color isn't my problem. I know people give that.
I love the color. I love all of it.
It stands out to me. But guys, for more leaks, always come back and join us. And don't forget, we should be getting more this coming week. Like there's gonna be, with the next few months, with June Wave coming, with us getting closer to August, more Star Wars stuff. Surprisingly, we didn't get anything on May 4th, but
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Other than Bad Batch, which like made May 4th this year, that was like it. That's all we got. And the lightsaber video, which actually looks really cool. If that's like legit.
Oh, that video is all over my For You page, and I hate it so much. I'm just like, I don't care.
If that's real, like if it looks that good in person, like
honestly,
that'd be awesome.
But you guys want to talk actual Bad Batch spoilers now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Wait, what? Ethan?
You mean the Sad Batch?
Ah!
All right, guys, we're talking Bad Batch again. I know this image is awful. There's so many spoilers.
Blurriest image that you could.
I thought it was better image. Okay. So guys, we're gonna be talking Bad Batch. So if you don't want to be spoiled by the Bad Batch, I know we've been kind of talking about that all day, but like,
we're gonna get into heavy spoiler territory.
Yes. I'm gonna leave that on the bottom there. But so, what were your guys' thoughts? Ooh, that's not what I want. On the show. Starting with you, Matt.
Starting with me, Ethan wants to talk. Ethan wants to talk.
Ethan,
he
you
was
start.
he was ready to speak.
It was awesome. I loved it. Let me think. I loved that the first episode was like an hour and like 15 minutes.
It was a movie.
It was a movie. I love, and the intro. Starting off with the intro, I thought that was really cool.
So good.
It made me smile. Like just
they retconned the canon comic, but I didn't really care because they did it in such a better way, and I'm like the only person who reads the comics anyway.
Wait. So wait. What do you mean the canon?
So the canon, the canon canon comic, which showed the same thing except in a different way. I mean, it's basically like you squint and it could be, the same thing, but there were some differences. Some big differences. Like the Bad Batch was not there in the comic. That's like a big difference. But yeah, I mean, it's basically the same type of story, except he kind of fights off the troopers with her in a way, and then she's like, you go and run, and then he ran away and then went off on his own and forged a new life.
Do love how that episode sets up Rebels a lot. We get a lot of Rebel stuff, which is actually something.
This whole thing sets up Rebels. The last episode 2 felt like a Rebels episode.
Didn't that? Okay, so I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I felt like this was very much like a Rebels episode. Like that second episode, it felt the clone troopers having a worse shot. Like, no, agreed, better, but it felt
Rebels does have some good ones.
Yes. No, just saying like a basic Rebels episode. This is what it's felt like. A group of people. They're helping the people of the town, and So okay, this is my pet peeve with Bad Batch right now. I love the show.
Brad's gotta find something.
No. So this is just the first episode was amazing. Oh my god, it kind of felt like when they did the Clone Wars movie, and then we got the Clone Wars TV show. Yeah. That's what it felt like.
You have to settle in with the characters.
Exactly. I love the episode. Oh my gosh, that commander that Kanan fights under, the green one, my new favorite clone captain. I know he shows up for a bit and then kills Jedi, but I love the color. I love the green on him. He looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love the part where, the Bad Batch show up. That was such a great, just coming in, just throwing the tanks off the side. We got the Bad Batch. Cool. Yeah, the Bad Batch at their exactly 5 man, and we got there to their full ability. We got to see Camino inside and out. We kind of got to start seeing the effects of this. Everything we got to see. Saw Gerrera, awesome. I loved everything that was happening.
There's so much in that first episode. But
can I just say, if the Boba Fett show does a storyline where a badass character finds a young character who has special abilities, becomes attached to them, and starts becoming a father figure. Can we just stop that, please? Like, that's every Star Wars storyline. Can we please get a different storyline stars? Like, there's so many other storylines out there for just once. I am sorry,
everything is about family, especially in this Disney era. Family, 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 family. That's the buzzword that I always hear, and I'm getting tired of it too, Brad. I agree. I think that we can. I think Star Wars is infinite enough to have so many other non-family stories.
This is what I want. I want the Boba Fett show, and the first thing he does is kill a kid. I'm sorry, but just get rid of the fact that we're like every bad, like, big hero, and I forget who made. It was this guy Goofy hat on like TikTok. He was like, okay, this is honestly the second Star Wars character. There's the super rough fighter. Like.
Well, I think that my theory is also that they're gonna do the same thing they do in Mandalorian, and she's gonna be Force sensitive clone.
I don't think she is.
I think she will be.
Oh my gosh! If that is the case, I'm sorry, but that is gonna piss me off too.
Think about how she connects with them so well.
True.
She could read Crosshair's thoughts.
That's the thing and also what the Kaminen says, like when they leave. I don't know. I just honestly, I was so happy when I thought she was going to be going with Cut and his family.
Oh, you wanted to get rid of her? You wanted?
I did. Just I was like, give me the Bad Batch for crying out loud. I honestly wouldn't have minded if she got shot. Like, honestly.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I hate it because every time a new character comes to Star Wars,
Omega.
every fangirl on TikTok just starts simping over that character. Like, not even like simping.
I think she's endearing. I didn't like her at first, but through the first episode, she grew on me as she did with the Bad Batch. Ethan, what do you think of Omega?
I think she's the new Ahsoka.
She's the new Ezra.
No,
I think she's Ezra.
She's the new Ezra, not the new Ahsoka.
I think Ahsoka. Well, no, you gotta think. Remember when you first watched the Clone Wars movie and Ahsoka came on? You didn't like her. Come on, you didn't like her. I didn't like her, but you know what? I grew up with her. Ahsoka grew up at the same time that I grew up as a kid. As I watched Clone Wars, her character grew up as I literally grew up in real life.
Yeah, and like the same thing with Ezra. We gotta see him grow up too, and that's one of the reasons we started liking the character. I didn't like Omega. Like
you don't like Omega. You're taking your your frustration on what the story of the show is out on Omega. Keep Brad away from his nieces and nephews. He's gonna pull a Luke Skywalker.
I'm not really connecting with her as a character right now. I'm fine. It's like, okay, a female character. I don't care. Like, it's fine. Throw in.
I have a meme to suggest. I don't want Touch to get on this. I want a picture of Omega, like all scared, and then I want a picture of Brad's face photoshopped over Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber. You could even Photoshop Omega's
2x4.
What are the 2x4? And I want a picture of Omega's face plastered on Kylo Ren in the tent.
Oh my gosh, it's not like I just don't like her as much as a character right now. But I do.
Why?
She just was annoying. She felt like Ezra at first. Because I don't.
The reason I didn't like Ezra is because he talked to himself. I hated that.
I don't like the voice actress for her either.
Omega.
Yeah, the Australian kind of accent.
Well, she has to be. She's a clone. What do you want her to be British?
Do all clones have Australian accents? Like,
yes.
Do they? Okay, I'm not. Yes. I don't know.
Because Tamara Morrison isn't he from New Zealand?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
No, not the original. Okay, you might be right here.
He's the original clone.
Come on, I just don't like the voice. I don't know. There's much I don't like about the character right now. Maybe it'll grow on me, like certain stuff has to. But just right now, I feel like she gets in the way, and the story has been too evolved around her. I want it to be focused on the Bad Batch. That's what I was excited about for the show.
But it is. That's the thing. Look, you have to have, and this is, I'm not the one saying this. This is what other people have said. You quote unquote have to have a character that kids can see the story through. For Rebels, it was Ezra. For Clone Wars, it was Ahsoka. For Bad Batch, it's Omega. Well, however she says her name. I don't mind it. I honestly think that it gives some nuance to the characters because they're very predictable. And it takes away the predictability. When you want the Bad Batch, go watch that Clone Wars arc. You didn't like it as much. Why didn't you like it as much? Because it's so predictable.
True. Okay. I can see it from that point of view. I don't know. I'm so sick of this, the hero finding a kid, special abilities.
I am as well with the similar plot lines, but I wish they would have done it in a nuanced way. I think they are, because she's a clone though. She's one of theirs. It's almost like hanging out with their little sister rather than a father-daughter relationship.
And I agree with that. And also, to me, the newest episode, it just felt too much like a Rebels episode. Like the Rebels episode, I wasn't Rebels episodes, I wasn't huge fans of.
Clone Wars and Rebels kind of mixed.
Sure,
together.
exactly.
It is,
but the clones already felt a lot like stormtroopers, how they were acting.
Well, I mean, they're all white, blank armor.
They're blank armor. There's no personality there, which I don't like. I wish they'd stuck with the personality a bit, but I do get the inhibitor chips is blocking that.
Yeah. Ethan, what other things were you thinking? Because you were going to say stuff and then we cut you off.
Yeah.
So one thing that I really love about the Bad Batch is I love playing Halo Reach, and I love how similar their armor, like just how they are.
That's a good comparison.
Team, they have the knives. I love all that, and
that's a really good.
I kind of want to make a cosplay of one of them. That'd be cool. I don't have it, but I got a brother who might.
Yeah, you should hit him up.
We all four get our armor.
I don't think you could be Wrecker. I think you'd have to be Omega.
I think I would have to be Echo. I think Tech.
We'll have to cut your arm off.
No, Echo is very sarcastic in the character he is.
I love how blank Tech is. He's just so like he's like very robotic.
Yeah, I like Echo's throw into the character mix, because like Tech is very, it's like, well, I thought you guys knew there was inhibitor chips, and Wrecker's just like, I smash stuff, and Echo's just like, you guys are all idiots, like.
And I think that's why I like Hunter, and why a lot of people like Hunter when you like ask who's your favorite member of the Bad Batch, because he's the most layered of the bunch.
I made a brickhead of him. Like, this was a long time ago. I made an actual brickhead. I never took a picture of it, which I don't know why I didn't, but I made it. I probably didn't look good, but it was fun.
Can I just say though, I'm so sad that it's sad to me that Crosshair is not part of the Bad Batch. And I really hope that there is a point where he gets rid of the inhibitor chip.
I think there's going to be a redemption story in order. I think the whole story of this series is. Much like what Star Wars is as a whole, is a redemption story.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if he just is the bad guy.
Well, they need a bad guy for this series.
Yes. So, but honestly, I'm actually liking the show. I love that they brought back Cut. Cut was a great idea to bring back into the show with his family. It kind of made it feel like a rebel, so like it wasn't awful. But I do think. I do like that they brought him back. It's bringing back characters that were shown up once in a Star Wars episode, and they kind of added more to that character.
Yeah,
I hated it though, because my brother-in-law has been watching Bad Batch with me, because he's also a big Star Wars fan, and he was like, "Wait, how do they know each other? Like, how does?" And it's like, "Wait, when did they find out that she was a good shot?" And I was like, "It was off screen. I don't know." Okay. Rex introduced them, like, I don't know, because it was just that one thing of like, you don't know how does the Bad Batch know a deserter? Well, it's off screen.
You don't have to have that in the story,
but it makes sense that they would know each other.
Yeah,
the Bad Batch don't follow the rules, and they probably met him on their adventures.
What I kind of thought of that one clone that deserted. What if? Do we know where, like, when we first saw, like, what did the Bad Batch do? Were they on Geonosis and then just decided to leave? What's like their origin story? Like, what made them change their mind?
Never got that, unfortunately.
And what if like they left? I don't know if it started on Geonosis or one of the battles like that where they left together.
I think, from what I understand, they were trained to be the way they are as a special unit of clones on Kamino when they realized that. I mean, that's why they're called Clone Force 99 is because 99 was the one who had defective, the quote unquote defective clone who ended up, kind of sacrificing his life on Kamino in that battle. And I think that they named it after him. So I don't think their origin story goes back super far, but they kind of alluded to it.
They did talk about it's like Uncle Wrecker, and then on top of that, he knows the wife.
Funny.
So it makes sense. I kind of saw that coming, right? So it
I
does
like
show
seeing
that
the kids grown up over time. You see that progression.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why, but I was finding kids annoying in Star Wars today. But I think that's just because of my I don't know. I agree with
Brad. They're kids. They're not gonna be super layered. They're not there to be. They're there to be a plot device.
To me, it's just a voice. It's just the voices. I don't know why, but it's like.
Oh, you talk about voice acting. Kanan's voice messed me up.
Oh yeah, I know.
When did he hit puberty? Holy cow!
I like the deeper voice. I don't know. That's what I'm not used to that really like high pitched voice in Star Wars right now. So.
Yeah.
Never do that again. Please never.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was scary.
We did get a big thing that happened in this episode that they talked about, which means we know what's happening in episode 3. And honestly,
we're later on.
Are we sure about true. Okay, people, I feel like
I hope it's sooner rather than later, personally. I
feel like they're gonna milk that trailer moment for all of its worth, because people are gonna keep going to come back for Rex, but they're gonna get hooked on the show in the meantime. And I feel like
they've already done that.
I know, right? I do think though. I'm trying to think here.
Oh boy,
we're gonna get him soon, and I do like that. That was the first place that they all went to. Is they knew that there was a deserter, so it was a good person to talk to. But I think what we've seen so far has been really good. I loved Grand Moff Tarkin's character. I love that Echo knew who he was, and they referenced that. I love Tarkin
really
being
nice. Connecting it through the Clone Wars.
Exactly.
And that's what I think the first episode did as a whole with Saw Gerrera and all those references to remember when we were back on, or when Anakin and Rex trained this group of militia fighters on Onderon. I think sometimes some things were a little over-explained, but some of it also felt like nice nostalgic references that they were firing out. It was a blend.
I agree. And I think another nice part onto this was that we got what's I gonna say here? Sorry. We got Tarkin talking about why they're going to start doing that transition to stormtroopers. And we've kind of got alluded that past in the comics where it's like, hey, they don't want clone troopers anymore because it's easier to get. And then clone troopers also have these personalities which kind of go against what they're trying to do. But you also notice throughout the 2 Bad Batch episodes we've gotten, the clones have turned very much into stormtroopers and lost a lot of personality.
Yeah. I would like to see. I was watching a Star Wars Explained video. I don't know if you guys watch him or not. He had alluded to the fact, and I kind of thought of it before too, and that's why I'm bringing it up, that it might be cool to see the clones go against stormtroopers in this series or in some other media, because the Kaminoans are like, we're still making clones, and they're like, no, you're not, and then they fight.
That's cool. And then we see like a huge explosion on Kamino.
Yes.
Well, isn't that how Vader shows up to Kamino with his 501st stormtroopers and then destroys it? I'm pretty sure.
Legends.
Yes, and
that was also in the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign.
Yes. And that's what I'd love to see happen is we get clone troopers versus stormtroopers, and I'd also love it to see the Bad Batch versus some clone troopers with personality. They're not just. Yeah. I feel like it would be more impactful to us what is happening.
I'm just afraid that they're going to pull Star Wars Rebels, and every single episode is going to be, hey, you remember this guy from Clone Wars? Let's go meet him. Hey,
one thing.
You remember this guy? And then the series finale is, hey, let's get them all together and go hit the Empire. And
I will say, okay, keep going.
One thing that I would rather them connect things to the Mandalorian. Like, what if we saw Moff Gideon do something? That's, I mean,
True.
because there is a gap that we don't know.
There's a big gap
right there.
There's a big
I would
gap.
love to see them interact with some Mandalorian stuff. I would love them to touch, but honestly, I think there's a great character that they haven't. I want them to put in Hondo. He would be perfect.
Hondo.
I think
You're going to say Ahsoka.
No. Okay, honestly, I'm guessing they're gonna milk Ahsoka. We all know they're gonna milk Ahsoka and Rex.
They're not going to put Ahsoka in this series. She does
Really?
not belong in this
I
series.
love Ahsoka, but she's in everything.
She's not gonna
And
be
that's
in
what I'm
the
saying, though,
series. If
she's
Ahsoka is, I don't. If it is, it's gonna be in the finale or something. Like I don't think because her and
Yes.
Rex can't meet up. They can't
Well,
touch
that's why-
base.
I think it's actually if they do it soon enough, they can touch base early enough that it won't be. They'll be fine that they haven't touched.
It'll
base
ruin the
since-
Clone Wars ending for me.
Okay, I agree, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get them on a different time because I would. So to me, this is a saga. We have Clone Wars.
A
we
what?
have
Wait,
Bad
wait, wait,
Batch,
a what?
a saga, just like we got with
A saga.
Saga. Sorry,
I'm sorry,
This
Brad.
is-
I just have to.
we have Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and then Rebels, and
Yes.
they're all connected. And it's just like prequels, originals, sequels.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if, just like in that, they like to reference their favorite character, like Ahsoka. But
I think
I'm
Hondo
not-
might be fun. The Bad Batch is looking for work, and they go and they meet up with Hondo or Crimson Dawn.
and that's what I'm saying. There's some really great. You can do Darth Maul as a connection, just as I just allude to him even that
Yeah.
he's running the underworld. You see Hondo pop up and what he's doing. There's stuff like that where you can do a really good connection, in my opinion, because they're characters that should appear, just like in Mandalorian. Hey, these characters should appear in Mandalorian because it connects well to it.
Krennic would be a
Ooh,
great character to see
That would be a good one.
from Rogue One.
Oh yes. Can we I would love if they did some Rogue One connections. Honestly.
Director Krennic. Yeah,
I would.
totally.
I mean,
I would
there's-
love for them to do a droid arc with C-3PO and R2-D2 in that gonk. That would be incredible. Them walk on a desert for
I
4
don't want.
episodes.
I don't want C4PO. No, I'm sorry, C3PO. Just no.
Buy some fruit for the party.
Oh,
hate you so much right now. I would love a
a
K2SO.
Jogan fruit. You want a Jogan?
I would love to see K2SO though pop up. But honestly, I don't think. I think
No,
it'd be-
that's Cassian. You're going.
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
here's
No,
the
I'm
thing.
just saying though, there are characters I would love to see from Rogue One and stuff, but I do think it makes more sense to stick with characters we met in Clone Wars and Rebels.
And why I don't want the series to turn into, hey, do you know that guy? Hey, remember him?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't want that. I
But-
want an original story. I think Mandalorian did that perfectly in the first season. They set it up perfectly, and then they got to introduce more and more characters.
So, quick question: is this a one-season show?
I think so. But I think that if they wanted to do more, they could.
And I think even if the Bad Batch turn into something different than they are when you first meet them in Clone Wars, I think you could still easily they turn into bounty hunters or something. But
Yeah.
they're still I definitely think you could do a really good show
Well, and that's the
about
whole point of the series, right? Is
Yeah.
what Saw Gerrera talks about: adaptation or versus survival. And the way he describes it, I forget exactly what the quote is, but that is the theme of the series. Is they have to adapt to this new world that they live in and take on a different life than they're used to. Hunter has to learn how to become a parent or a big brother figure for Omega. They all are learning to adapt in this new world.
I would like to see them more in their armor, just a few more episodes, and I'd love to see that
I think we
armor
will.
change.
We're going to get that
love-
one episode that we're going to remember in 50. It's going to be.
Oh yeah,
There's going to be that
We're-
one that's just. Oh yeah.
this is the inner me talking. I would love to see some Mandalorian stuff, just like a Bo-Katan or Death Watch stuff. I'm not gonna be opposed. If we don't get it, it's not the end of the world to me. You guys know how I feel about Mandalorian.
I just don't want to see it.
I
I just don't-
actually,
I want the Bad
You know what
Batch.
would be
I don't
perfect?
want.
It'd be
remember-
perfect. Gar Saxon. He's a villain they go up against because I think Gar Saxon, with and Mandalore stuff, he would be a good villain for them to go. I mean, of course, he would get away, I think he would be a good villain for them to go up against.
Well, here's what you have
or
to
even
think.
Thrawn.
Here's what you have to think.
Yeah.
Who would the Bad Batch? I mean, okay, they alluded at the end of the first episode, that they have some friends out there.
Yes.
Who do we think the Bad Batch would be friends with?
We're gonna get the Rex. We're gonna get there's.
All I can think of is Rex and a Cutler Quain character. Like I, and that's why I'm asking you. Like, I can't think of anything really for them to do. Like, no.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't there some Wookiee canon stuff? Like,
so yeah, that was a deleted arc. They might go to Kashyyyk. I think that would be great to see.
I would like to see that.
Chewbacca or Tarful, because that was a deleted arc from the Clone Wars season, what would have been season 7, but they kind of switched some things up for season 7 and what it would have been.
I want that sticker that was of Padme on the.
Yeah, why did they take her off the shuttle?
Wasn't it? It just it was inappropriate. Like, yeah,
Disney.
Honestly, I would.
He's a woman. We need. Come on, it's such a good joke. It's such a good.
It is. I love how Anakin is just like upset about that. Like, I would honestly love to see a Jedi Fallen Order connection if they do go to. I'm not Jedi, like not Cal Kestis showing up, but he does go to Kashyyyk, so I'd love to see that. Yeah.
In the trailer, it looks to be the same planet where the down Star Destroyer is. Doesn't that look to be the same type of place where Cal Kestis is working on it?
Yes, but
I feel like we do need that Jedi that they're with. I mean, I don't feel like we need it, but I feel like it. I feel like
they come across a Jedi to give them guidance on their journey. Yes,
I do agree. And
if Omega is Force sensitive, that could be a key that unlocks things.
You know, it'd be so cool. A young Cal Kestis as he's making his trip around the galaxy,
but that's so fan.
It would be, and I'd love it. Okay,
I kind of want a new Jedi.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, honestly.
What if they come across Kanan again?
Do you think? I mean, I feel like they showed it. I feel like we might.
I don't know if that was the intro or if that was something that they're gonna expand upon. But the thing is, here's why I don't think it would be Kanan, is because in Rebels he really distrusts all clones.
Yeah.
Yes, and if
So
I think I would definitely like to see a new. I agree. I like to see a new Jedi. I think
new
Jedi.
Wolf and Gregor could be in this because they are in Rebels. Ooh. Do you want to see how they got their chips out, or do you want that to happen in a comic?
I'm fine with that backstory.
I'm fine. Yeah, that's not too fan because
it can be a tweet.
I would like to see.
Potholes.
Honestly, I would love to see Cody become a villain. I want to see that. I want to see Cody become this villain in all of, in that kind of time period where he is this officer and starts like hunting down those guys and other people because, he let the chip take effect of him. So,
and I want Rex to, because they were close. I want Rex to have to deal with that.
I agree.
This is just a thought. Do you think we'll see Darth Vader in action? Do you Yes. Okay.
I do.
I think. I don't know if you'll see too much action, but someone was like, "Oh, I want to see Ahsoka and Vader." No, that's not going to happen.
No.
Well, there's Matt Lanter released something where he said, who voices Anakin Skywalker, he released something that said Anakin / Vader is not out of Star Wars animation.
I'm excited. It can be something like Rogue One, just something quick.
Yeah.
And a whole episode dedicated to it. I'm fine with that.
The finale. If it's the finale, I'm fine with it. Don't.
And also, I want them to bring in the good. Like, they're really good villains for this time period. We got Thrawn. Yeah. We have who's the guy who Tarkin? Who's the guy who he was Anakin's like officer, but you'd be seeing him become a villain in Rebels.
Yularen?
Yes.
Yeah.
People like that as kind of these side villains that like just kind of are part of the Imperial fleet, and we're gonna start seeing more of the Imperial stuff.
Well, you gotta think too. We only get 16 episodes, so it's really hard 16? to. Yeah.
That's more than I thought. I thought they were going to pull a season 7 and only do 12.
But honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a second season. I think Disney.
It depends on how it ends. Yeah, I think they're going to milk it as much as.
But here's what I might rather have, though. I might rather have Bad Batch, a Clone Wars story, and then Bounty Hunters with Cad Bane and Boba Fett.
Clone Wars story.
And all of the fallout of Clone Wars in their own individual 16-episode series. That's what I want. But
I would love them to do a connection between Clone Wars and Solo. You know, we get the Maul. We get the Maul
story.
Yep. Eight episodes. Maul dealing with his people.
The Crimson Dawn and how the underworld works, and
I would love that. Can we just get 2 episodes of a Mandalorian, just its own little thing? But yeah, honestly, I think this show has a lot to come. I think the first 2 we kind of talked about. First 2 episodes were really good. I love we got a throwback to Echo in the Clone Training Center. We got all this great stuff in the first episode. You can still tell
the stakes in the first episode felt so high too.
They did.
They made you care about the characters. If you didn't watch the Clone Wars, or if you didn't see the arc with the characters in it, or if you didn't like the arc with the characters in it, you like them now.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was watching the episode, there's so many mock ideas. Like I was watching, that's a mock idea. That's another mock idea. Oh, that would be a really cool mock idea. You know, I think I came up with 4 situations that I could do. And now I want the minifigures.
I think their bedroom is just to be a fun little mock to have. Just to kind of this messy mock with the room. I don't know, just be kind of cool. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of people making Omega customs over the next few months.
I'm glad she took that thing off because now I can use a Luke Skywalker hairpiece to create a custom.
Do you think Lama Sue's tracking her through that thing? Or I wanted to ask you guys, why do you think that Lama Sue let her escape?
I think she knew what was going to happen.
Lama Sue, whatever her name is.
I think the Empire. She knew what the Empire was going to do to her if she stayed.
Do you think that there's something special about Omega?
I think there is. But I don't think it's Force sensitivity. I think there's something that's kind of crazy about she has an enhanced ability just like the rest of them.
She has an ability that I can't understand, that I could never have.
I don't want this power.
Here's my wild and out theory. Are you ready? I'm sure somebody else has already had this theory out there, but I don't know who would have had it.
Okay.
I just think that this is going to be a Soups theory. I'm going to warn you. This is
all right.
This is not.
How does Darth Maul use the bathroom?
You know what? Ironically, I just had a large argument with one of my friends from back at home about that very subject, and I was pulling up YouTube videos galore about how to explain that. It was very annoying. He could not suspend his disbelief to it. He could not suspend. There are YouTube videos out there about it. I will add. Anyways,
okay, yeah. Let's.
Here's my theory. My theory is that they tried to see if they could clone Force sensitivity for a certain character who decides to create his own clones at a certain point in Star Wars by the character of Sheev Palpatine.
Okay. I can, because we have gotten that in Mandalorian where they were talking about cloning and Force sensitivity. So it's not the most far-fetched theory. I just don't.
I would like a connection to Rise of Skywalker to make it relevant. Please, anybody.
And I feel like we are going to be seeing that a lot more in the shows we're getting. Is they're going to be trying to make the sequels good again. So
I think if anybody can do it, it's Dave Filoni.
Yep, I can agree.
We can just set that slice of cake to the side and just create a new stuff.
Honestly.
It's more of a pie. It's not really a cake. It's just a pie. They put a lot of stuff in the pie, and then Sorry, Brad. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say the first episodes we got were great. We got one that was just. I think the first one was amazing. The second one wasn't so great in my opinion, but it definitely was character building. Yeah, I'm not always a huge fan of this sit down on the farm character building episodes, but it was. We got a throwback to cut, so. I honestly cannot wait to see. I think there's so much opportunity with Star Wars here. And also for Lego sets, there's a lot of great opportunity out of this show. Yeah. So
we said the same thing about the sequels a couple years ago. There's so much opportunity.
But I think just like they've been seeing with Mandalorian, because we saw with Mandalorian, the show started doing really well, started getting a lot of hype around it. People started wanting sets for that. So I think the same thing's going to happen with the Bad Batch, especially with Clone Wars stuff. So
I don't know. Honestly, this might sound terrible, I don't really see a lot of Lego sets coming from Bad Batch out of what we've watched already. I don't. What do you see? What could they make a set of?
Kamino stuff.
I see a $30 set. If we see Captain Rex, I would love that. That's what I want. A Captain Rex.
They're not gonna though. The Captain Rex is gonna be like $120 set. Like,
what do you see them making a set of? Though that's what I'm asking you. The Bad Batch shuttle is the only vehicle from this.
Okay,
like battle.
I think there's
that's in the Bad Batch shuttle. They have 2 speeders.
I think we got to give it a bit of time, and we will see something. We will see something like, oh my gosh! But I wouldn't be surprised, and this would be awesome if this is the first time we get clones as bad guys in the set, which would be a game changer if you think about it to the Lego set.
Phase 2 clones.
Blank Phase 2 clones.
And if you think about it, like people would want to get these sets.
They're not gonna make a battle.
I would love that if Lego was smart and looked at their past.
They don't care.
A $30. I don't care. $30 battle pack.
Look, when you lie about, did you see Eminar's video? When you lie about Lego being not able to produce minifigures because of Hasbro, and catering that lie for so long, carrying that to the grave, and then we're gonna make a series of Star Wars figures. Yeah. We'll make some CMFs. Oh, what? No, that Hasbro thing, that was never a thing. That was basically what M&R's.
Wait, that was an actual thing that came out recently?
Yes.
So I've heard that was true, but the deal disappeared recently with Hasbro.
Of course it disappeared because it was never real.
But I've heard that with Funko Pops too, though. Funko Pops, the reason that they had trouble with certain parts of their stuff was because of the Hasbro.
That probably also is a fake excuse. I can see Funko doing that.
No, because they made them connected to the plates. Everything else is not connected to the plates. It's actually cheaper for them not to be connected to the plates.
When you look back at 1999, M&R put it perfectly. I'm not going to try to even recite what he says, but if you look back at 1999 and if you look at official quotes that Lego and Hasbro had and what George Lucas even said, Star Wars minifigures were never qualified as an action figure. Never once. And action figures were above 2 inches.
It
was never a thing. It's been a lie that's been carried over. It was a fan theory, and then Lego just kind of went with it. Also, what I found very compelling was if you look on Lego's website, Evan and I pointed this out. I really like this video. Normally, I don't watch all of M&R's videos, but I watched something like this that actually gave good, accurate information and showed you evidence to support the theory. When you look on Lego.com and you look at the Q&A section, I forget exactly on the website where it says, but they will say if you are looking for minifigures for us to, send you as replacement figures, I think Lego won't do that because it's a licensed theme. But they also say that for Nexo Knights and Ninjago, and those aren't licensed themes. Mm-hmm. They said we cannot replace licensed theme figures from Star Wars, Ninjago, Nexo Knights, and Marvel, but they're not licensed.
But they have sent people figures from Star Wars.
I'm just reading what's on the Lego website.
I know with bricks and pieces. Like I know in the past you have been able to get like Darth Vader helmets. This was years ago, but like for those couple of days that they were available, you were able to get Star Wars parts. Like minifigure parts.
Yeah, and of course they can do it because it's not a real thing. It's not a real excuse. It's an excuse that they made up because these minifigures that they produce, when they produce just minifigures, they always fall to the floor, is the way M&R explained it in the video. And that was not an effective product line to make. They were wasting a lot of money. So from a business practice perspective, that's why they included them with bases, because if they, like the magnet figures, if they could attach a base to it or glue it together, then the minifigure parts aren't going to fall to the floor and they're not going to lose product because of it. We believed a lie.
I'm so confused here, but we're going to move on from all that,
I think it's
guys.
one of those where you have to just watch the video.
Watch the video.
Watch the video. I'll try to, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but okay. I mean, that's crazy. Lego as a company. They're doing stuff that they want to do. It's how companies work.
Business.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a shady practice to me.
I agree. I don't know. But guys, so Bad Batch, excited for next week's episode?
Yeah.
I
think
quick
Captain
thoughts?
Rex will be here sooner rather than later. I'm trying to look out for this is a Lego show. I'm trying to think of what else they could make.
There's a lot of MOCs. I'm just gonna say that.
I think mock wise, we're gonna be
set wise. There's not a lot.
Set wise, so give it next week we can talk about it. So
yeah, random. We're done with Bad Batch.
All right. Do we have memes?
Yes. Do you want to do Maki time or memes?
You can do either.
Okay.
Since you're actually here, so
I'll do whatever intro I see first.
Yes, Aiden. I would also love to see C4PO. Sorry about that.
Lego memes. Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
epic.
Okay. Okay, this is a tribute to Zane. This is by Randomly Random.
It's like when they do that, like zoom in on two different faces and then they fade in to make one face.
Yeah.
It is Zane.
I agree. He has a lot more of the left in him, though.
Can we cast him for the Obi-Wan series?
Yes. That'd actually be really good.
Who needs Ewan McGregor when we can have Block Studios?
True.
He can be Zanekin. No, that's Zanobi. No,
Zobi one.
Yeah.
Zobi one. I think we nailed it there.
Jeez.
All right, next one.
Randomly Random. These next two are about me.
Oh no, he's firing back. You better watch out.
I've kind of been quiet the last couple of days.
Taking apart a set for Mock. I'm sorry, Lil. Love it.
Thanos memes get me every time.
Aiden says to check your DMs, by the way.
Me?
Ethan. Yeah, it sounds like he sent you a bunch of memes.
Ooh.
But...
Oh no.
Good.
All right, what's the next one here?
Meme review.
Okay. I don't.
Quiet kid in class trying to show off all his toys. I gotta agree.
Where was that picture taken from? I don't remember when you got
the live stream.
I'm trying to. I guess it was. Oh yeah, one of my favorite minifigures.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Hey, we got Commander Gree. Are you okay?
Oh, nothing.
Oh,
this is me. This is me reacting to me.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well, show us before you just laugh the whole time.
What's next here? What do we got? I don't see any more.
He has to upload commercial break.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the Discord. Go to the Discord.
Yes.
Submit your memes, and they might be featured on the show.
Yes. On top of that, guys, another way you can enter stuff. Oh, I don't have it here. Guys, we have a YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. We are at
Go subscribe to the YouTube. Go subscribe.
23 subscribers. Can we get to 25 by the end of the show, guys? If you could, that'd help us out
Just
so
two
much.
people.
2 people. We got 6 people in the stream.
Liza, randomly random. Come on, guys.
Come on. Guys, so YouTube channel, we're gonna start trying to do more stuff there. I think we haven't uploaded any new episodes there yet, but we should be getting more episodes up.
I will do it.
Thank you. And then on top of that, we got the Instagram page, guys. Really great. There's a countdown to every live stream, so you guys definitely want to go check that out. So, and guys, next week, I think we should tell them, guys, we have a very special guest. A very special.
Ooh,
we do.
It may or may
now?
not. We can tease it.
Tease it to the special people here.
He has a big heart, but he has a very small charity.
And he's kind of a genius, a Guinnesses of records.
All right, we won't say more than that, but yes, definitely, guys, you're gonna want to join.
I will have a Guinness during the stream.
Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he actually told me that he will be here, yeah, we'll have some Guinnesses during the stream. Honestly, super excited for that episode, guys. It's gonna be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Ethan, do you have any memes up?
I got it.
Time.
All right, let's go.
Yes, thank you.
Look at that smile.
The eyebrows.
Okay, the eyebrows. The smile. Where did?
That meme was made in record time. Time.
I think. Okay, honestly, I think Aiden has just a file of pictures of me on his computer, and I'm pretty sure like
The
he
mouth.
just like.
Look at the mouth.
I know.
Like,
it's oh my
Did
god.
he use the face app to
He had
like
to
make
have.
it?
You had to.
Oh
Yeah,
my
what
gosh.
do you use to edit that, Aiden? I would really like to know.
Wow.
Wow, you look like what's that mask? You know what I'm talking about?
I know,
From Vendetta mask, I think. Isn't that
I know
what it
something
is?
like that. I'm thinking of like the Joker or something like that. Like
That mouth, yeah, it looks like you
Yeah.
should have blood on your lips.
all right, do we got any other ones?
I'm sure I can look.
Okay, if
I'm
that's it,
sure I
that's perfectly fine.
Ethan, we
That's
don't need
perfect.
to reach. We don't need to reach any further.
Okay. You want to do Maki time?
Sure, let's do
Yeah,
it.
if you got it,
I got
yeah.
time left.
I got 2.
Oh, sweet.
One day I have
time.
hope. I have hope that investments will have such a cool intro.
No. Should we plug the investments? All right, what mocks do you have for us today, Ethan?
Okay, this one I was sent to like someone who was super awesome sent this to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
someone
funny.
super awesome sent that to you. I wonder who's super awesome.
Who is that?
It might be in the stream. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, I love the bionicle pieces and the flower for the petals.
But shout out to Bolian No.
You can read the name on the top. I can't see it. It's kind of tiny, but
Ball below what? Follow mommy. I can't even try.
This guy.
Follow ball.
But like
pretty
Matt
cool.
said, parts usage. Like look at the bionicle things, the
I love the
little
wings.
The bionicle mask. I said that, Ethan.
And those turquoise flower pieces that were on the Pick a
Yes.
Brick Wall back in 2019 of Easter. One of the best times for the Pick a Brick Wall. Because it had
There's
so many good
the beetle
foliage.
wings. Those are from the old like I can't remember the theme, but yeah, I know what they're. Those are really cool.
That antenna. What do they use for that?
Glizzies.
Brad,
No, that's no. Look at the
Curated
antennas.
content.
Those are black glizzies connected to.
Yeah, it
those
is.
Those are
Oh,
tubes.
those are glizzies.
Are they?
Those
Are
are
they hot
glizzies.
dogs?
Yeah.
They're the hot dog. They're hot
They
dog
don't have
pieces.
black hot dogs.
Yeah, they do. They
Yep.
got several colors, like sand green. They got
Yeah.
some rare colors in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I have a few sand green ones too. They
And
use them for like tree sort of.
It's
sometimes.
connected to that skinny part to one of those little handles. Like if you look,
Yeah,
it's like a genius connection.
Well, and
It really is.
the end of the antenna is a
What do you put your
minifig
hands?
arm or hand. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
I
yeah,
love
that
it.
is awesome. That is.
I think
awesome.
that it shows you that even if you have some weird parts in your collection, like I have a
Mhm.
lot of them, you can find
Yes.
creative uses for them. And sometimes if you just start with one piece, you can build something off of that.
Oh yeah, just find my challenge for you. Find the weirdest piece and try to build something from it. I had a turtle wherever it went.
I have a cat. Can I do anything with that?
I have a frog. The turtle, like oh here it is.
You know what? No. All right, guys. That's enough of Maki time today,
I want
guys.
to see
Thank
that
you so much.
turtle. Wait, I want to see that turtle. I want to see that
He's a
turtle.
jerk.
Turtle
That's awesome. How did you
with
build that?
the
That's
bionicle.
awful. I don't care.
Where's that shell?
It's a bionicle helmet. I was like, can I build something with it? It's not.
It's it actually
Greg.
reminds me more of a scuttle crab. I want to say.
Did
A
you make
beetle?
it? Did you put that on TikTok yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
Those-
done with growing on TikTok for a little while?
I've been so busy lately. Like I haven't had time.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Congrats, by the way. You deserve it. You're doing an amazing job.
No,
You should be so
Awesome.
proud
I'm
of
enjoying
yourself.
my 15 minutes of fame.
You
It's
should be
going to
so
slow
proud of
down.
yourself.
Thank
No, it's not.
you.
No, it's not because you found what works for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you got
Yeah.
any other mocks?
Brad's gonna like this one. It's a frog. No, it's a turtle. No, it's a monkey.
It's a frog.
is
It's a turtle.
great.
It's a monkey.
I was gonna kill you actually if you grabbed a frog. I mean, just because I was like, you jackass. Like,
Hey, G-rated. G-rated.
But shout out to my brick build. Look at this. It's a giant monkey.
I
Like,
love that. I love it when people take something that's like a thing in Lego that they just kind of printed and made it really big with pieces. It looks really cool.
The tail. How do they do the bend on the tail?
I don't know what pieces those are, but it's just like a curved piece. I don't
Is this
recognize the
real?
piece at all.
Is this real?
It is.
it's
Are
like
you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not what's it called? CGI
Digital design.
produced? Yeah, digital
Digital-
design.
what I'm thinking is one of those 2 stud long parts. It's like a circular part that's 2 things long. And you know how it has the axle, the Technic pinhole in it? I'm guessing that's how it's connected.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks cool either way. So
Really cool. I don't know
Like,
how
let's
they
see.
do it.
It looks like a monkey. Let's see. How is it connected?
I
it's
love
gotta
that
be some sort of tube that it's a theme that we don't really do a lot. So
Yeah, and I've never seen those pieces for the top of the mouth.
It could be digital designer. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
honest with you. I've never seen the majority of these pieces.
I'm looking at it and I can kind of tell what pieces are what though.
Look at the arms. They're curved 2x2. That could exist.
What are those things?
I don't know.
Wait, what piece are you talking about here?
Is it for
the
trees? Is that like?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a tree piece. But if you notice the hands, I'm pretty sure I know what they use to connect those. I wonder if I have one of. No, I don't have one of them over here. Wait, let me look through my extra piece bin for a quick hot second.
I like the way they did the eyes. The face looks nice. It's a good sculpt.
Mhm. It's
I
not
just
like
don't know where they
overly
got the.
detailed.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
almost want to say the piece to connect the hands is this piece right here. I feel like they have like a. Come on here.
Go back a little bit. Put your hand up behind it. There you go. Maybe.
maybe.
There you go.
Oh,
I can't even.
I think it might be a 2x2. Oh no, it is a one. Oh, it is that piece. Yeah, it is that piece.
I know you can't see a great. I was trying to get it look great. Look at that, but I was gonna say I feel like that's what it is. But
It makes me
I
want one.
I do kind of want one now too. But yeah, that is that's pretty cool for Maki time. But I think we're gonna end the episode right here. We're not gonna theme anything today, but I do need to talk to Little Brochure to see what. Yeah.
Brad.
I already kind of mentioned it in
You
the
saw
past.
nothing.
We have 6 people watching,
We got
but it will
6
make them want to
people.
come next week, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Make you guys want
Yes.
to come next week. It's a really great. I'll just say this: it's a really great thing that he's doing, and I want to hear a lot more about that next week. And I think you guys are gonna want to hear about it too. And
We
also,
might cry. We might end up
he
crying.
knows a lot about Lego, so this is not just gonna be about. I think we're gonna have a hard time keeping up with him. So
I'm gonna
honestly,
have to drink coffee.
I'm gonna want to see what theme he wants to do, and then we're gonna get a fun thing going.
All I'm
on
saying
here.
is, you guys better bring your A game. That's what I'm
Oh
gonna say.
yes, I'm gonna do a lot of research into whatever theme. But so
It
this
might
is fun,
be,
guys.
I feel like there'll be a lot to talk about. Like I may
I
not
agree.
do a Maki time. I feel like that
Yes,
doesn't really work.
I feel like there will be a lot to talk about.
I agree.
I'm also going to ask him what his favorite theme is for us to go over.
Yes,
I think that would be fun.
Please.
I gotta-
I was actually about to text him after the show, but yeah.
I
So
don't want
guys,
to touch. Meme. Be a meme. Help me with memes.
and randomly random. Thank you guys.
Yes, he was
Um,
like really good.
all of you guys. please join the YouTube channel, Instagram, Discord. Help us out, and we also can get information and interact with you guys more, which we love to do.
Yeah,
It's
let
always
us
fun
know
to
what
do
you
that.
think of our show, what we can improve,
Yes.
what you would like to see from us in the future.
Yes,
One
exactly.
thing I think more
Oh,
for all of us to be here
Oh,
at the
boy.
start.
Just all of us to be here. I don't care when. Just all of us to be here. This is the second time rowing a channel. I've turned into the new Ethan. Satan hasn't been on my channel in like 2 times now. I think maybe like 3. Ethan
I
was
don't
almost
think
on.
I could get worse than I had 3 consecutive weeks. Everyone was.
I know. I felt so bad about that. But yeah, guys,
It's
this has been fun. We've had a lot of awesome stuff here. I think we talked a lot about Bad Batch, but I don't feel like we talked about the episodes a lot of. But we talked about what we hope for the show. So guys, I'm excited to see what happens with Bad Batch this upcoming week, and I know you guys are too. Also, probably a lot more Lego leaks and stuff are gonna be dropping over the next 3 weeks, I want to say.
Star Wars.
So guys, especially Star Wars stuff. Because I feel like the Bad Batch is like the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest, we got images of that early. So people could pre-order it, and I think that helps them pay for the new line that's coming out, like piecewise, and the pre-orders. But honestly, we got cool stuff coming out this summer. So excited to talk to you guys about this next week. Excited to talk to Little Brick Charity, guys. It's gonna be on Matt Mellish's YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern time with Little Brick Charity. You guys should definitely come out, and guys, don't forget to break up to that next level. Peace out, everyone. Bye.